Urgent call from Mary, a spiritual preparation for a world in flux. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. May today be filled with the grace of Christ as we embark on a reflective journey together. I encourage you to stay with us till the end and subscribe to stay connected to the latest insights. Today, we explore an urgent and powerful message from the Virgin Mary, a revelation that calls us to immediate spiritual action in a world that feels more uncertain by the day. In a time where so many are struggling to find direction, amid the chaos of the modern world, Mary's message speaks directly to this deep longing for meaning. It is a message that calls us to prepare not just for personal peace, but for the transformation that is about to unfold. This revelation goes beyond mere advice. It's a sacred invitation to reconnect with God in a profound and urgent way. It is a call to readiness, urging us to abandon complacency and adopt a mindset that is actively engaged with our faith. Mary's words are not just for a select few, but are intended for all of humanity. Her message is universal, emphasizing the need for spiritual preparedness as we stand on the brink of significant change. This change is not just a matter of external events. It is a spiritual awakening that will shape the course of our future. According to Mary, the time for indifference has passed. We must set aside the distractions that often pull us away from our spiritual journey, and instead, focus on what is truly essential. The distractions and comforts of daily life are not inherently evil, but they can cause us to lose sight of the divine. In the face of upcoming challenges, it is these same distractions that may leave us unprepared to face what is coming. Mary is calling us to refocus on the spiritual dimension of our lives, to carve out time for deep reflection and communion with God. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of the world, but spirituality is not an optional part of life. It is the foundation. If we lack this spiritual base, we run the risk of being swept away when change arrives. Mary's message compels us to prioritize our relationship with God, not just for inner peace, but as a critical preparation for what is ahead. This preparation is about more than just contemplation. It is about action. Faith without works is dead, and Mary's message is one of proactive, deliberate engagement with the world around us. She teaches us that genuine preparedness is reflected in our daily choices, our actions, and our expressions of love and kindness toward others. Even in the most trying of circumstances, we are called to charity, frequent prayer, and the pursuit of inner peace. The world may seem overwhelming, but Mary reminds us that true peace is not found in material pursuits or worldly success. It comes from a deeper connection with God and a sincere commitment to His will. Moreover, Mary cautions that the speed of modern life often causes us to miss the spiritual cues that are ever present around us. We are constantly bombarded with noise and distraction, making it difficult to hear the whispers of divine guidance. Her message is clear. We must take intentional action to put our faith into practice. This is not a time for passivity, but for vigilance and compassionate action. The preparation that Mary calls for is both internal and external. It is about transforming ourselves inwardly through prayer and outwardly through acts of love and service to others. As we stand on the precipice of significant changes in the world, let us not be caught unprepared. Mary's message is a divine invitation to all of us to live with intentionality and faith, to see beyond the surface of daily life, and to prepare our hearts for the shift that is coming. It is a call to action, to a life grounded in spiritual readiness, and to embrace a faith that actively works to heal, restore, and unite. Take Mary's message to heart, and let it inspire you to action. Reaffirm your relationship with God through prayer, serve others with compassion, and live each day with a sense of divine purpose. The future is uncertain, but with prayer, faith, and a loving heart, we are more than prepared to face it. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. How does Mary's message resonate with you in these challenging times? Please leave a comment below to share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more reflections. May we all find peace and strength in this call to spiritual action. In our journey of spiritual preparation, it is crucial to recognize that this process is not only an individual endeavor, but one that should be shared within our communities. The strength and importance of community in this journey cannot be overstated. The Virgin Mary calls us to inspire and uplift those around us as we work on developing our own inner peace and readiness. In a world where hope often seems distant, she urges us to be beacons of light for others. Through collective effort, we can create a network of faith that provides solace, encouragement, and strength to those who may feel lost or uncertain. Mary's teachings are filled with wisdom and guidance that can help each of us reconnect with our spiritual essence. She calls us to return to a life rooted in faith, encouraging us to let go of the desire to control circumstances through material possessions and instead find serenity in our relationship with God. For Mary, the answers to life's most profound questions do not lie in wealth, status, or material goods, but rather in the inner strength of the human spirit, guided by faith. Those who embrace her invitation will discover a deeper purpose that transcends their current situation. Her message serves as a powerful reminder of the immense strength found in living a spiritually oriented life, one that grants us access to the resilience and wisdom that are divine gifts. This spiritual strength not only comforts the individual, but also uplifts the entire community. Mary's words are meant to be both soothing and empowering. She assures us that as long as we keep our faith, we possess all the resources necessary to overcome even the most difficult challenges. Her message invites us to reframe our lives with renewed clarity, finding power and guidance through our faith. At the heart of Mary's teachings lie crucial actions that foster resilience and spiritual growth. These practices, prayer, charity, forgiveness, and reliance on God's direction, are the pillars of a life that can endure any obstacles. Prayer, for Mary, is the cornerstone of this spiritual foundation. Through prayer, we open a direct line of communication with God, allowing us to find peace, seek guidance, and express our gratitude. By dedicating time each day to introspection and prayer, we build a faith foundation that can withstand any storm. Another vital aspect of Mary's message is charity, showing compassion for others. She reminds us that by being kind and generous, we can not only enrich our own spiritual lives, but also improve the lives of those around us. Acts of charity are a tangible expression of the love that dwells within us and have the power to heal, uplift, and bring peace. Additionally, forgiveness is an essential part of Mary's teachings. She urges us to release anger and bitterness, which only serve to weigh us down and prevent us from fully embracing the light of God's love. By forgiving, we free ourselves to experience the fullness of His grace and love. In embracing these teachings, we embark on a path of spiritual resilience, one that allows us to face life's challenges with unwavering faith and strength. Through prayer, charity, and forgiveness, we not only transform our own lives, but also build a compassionate, resilient community that can endure whatever trials the future may bring. Mary's call is clear. Let us live with faith, love, and hope, knowing that through these virtues, we will find the power to navigate the storms of life. In Mary's final words, she emphasizes the importance of forgiveness as a key to freedom and spiritual growth. By releasing ourselves from the burdens of the past, we can open the doors to peace and personal transformation. Forgiveness allows us to lighten our hearts, freeing us from the weight of old hurts and grudges that prevent us from fully embracing the peace that God offers. In this act of letting go, we make space for healing, growth, and a renewed sense of direction in our lives. Mary also underscores the vital importance of trust. Trust in God's plan, trust in His timing, and trust that He is always by our side, even in the midst of life's most challenging moments. In a world that often seems chaotic and unpredictable, this trust is not merely passive. It is an active conviction that we are never truly alone. With God walking alongside us, we can face uncertainty with courage, composure, and a sense of security, knowing that His love and guidance will never fail us. At its core, Mary's message is one of unwavering hope. She assures us that those who prepare themselves with faith, compassion, and trust will discover a deep well of strength and serenity. The message is not just personal but collective. It calls us to build a community rooted in these virtues. In such a community, we find mutual support, inspiration, and encouragement. As we navigate life's challenges together, by sharing our faith, we strengthen each other, creating a bond that transcends individual struggles and brings us closer to God's plan for us all. Mary's words remind us that when we unite in our faith, we build something far more powerful than what we could accomplish on our own. This unity, grounded in love and trust in God, creates a solid foundation of resilience and hope that can withstand any storm. By embracing this message of hope, we can offer others the courage to face their own challenges, knowing they are not alone but are part of a larger, compassionate community. It is in this solidarity that we find our true strength. In a world where division and uncertainty often reign, Mary's message calls us to reflect on the importance of unity. Sharing our experiences, struggles, and triumphs with others doesn't just bolster our own faith, it also uplifts those around us. This shared faith becomes a powerful force, creating a ripple effect that can transform individuals and communities alike. When we support one another and share the light of God's love, we build a stronger, more compassionate world, one person at a time. As Mary's message comes to a close, she invites us to actively spread her teachings. She calls on us to speak openly about the importance of spiritual preparedness, to help those who may be struggling, and to bear the light of hope in a world that desperately needs it. This is not just a call to personal reflection, but a call to action. Each of us is called to be a hope bearer, sharing the message of love and light with those who need it most. Mary's parting words remind us that we are never alone on this journey. When we support one another, when we share our faith, and when we create a community of love and compassion, we form an unbreakable bond of resilience. With God always by our side, we can face whatever challenges come our way. Mary's message is both comforting and empowering, assuring us that no matter how uncertain the times may be, we can find peace and strength through a life rooted in compassion, faith, and trust in God's divine providence. This journey of spiritual preparedness is not just about being ready for a specific event. It is about building a life grounded in love, strength, and hope. As we face the future, this is our opportunity to act, to be honest with ourselves, and to support one another in faith. By doing so, we honor Mary's teachings and become better equipped to navigate whatever challenges lie ahead, with love, faith, and confidence guiding us along the way. Thank you for joining me in this powerful exploration. Your presence and participation make this journey even more meaningful. May the shared stories of our human experience continue to inspire and uplift you, guiding us all toward a brighter, more hopeful future. Until next time,